till now first step is completed, right? So we have successfully installed the Java and set up the environment variables. Now let's do second step, install Android Studio and set up environment variables. So for that, first you need to download Android Studio from android.developer.com site. Okay, download Android Studio. So after downloading Android Studio, double click the installer and then click run button. Okay, installation process starts now. Click next button until installation completes. So you don't need to do anything here. Okay, after Android Studio installation is complete, open Android Studio. So open Android Studio, close here. Now in order to create Android emulators for testing, it is required to install few packages on the system. Okay, you can install those packages using Android SDK manager. So you can find Android SDK manager in tools menu. Go to tools menu. So still it is loading. Android Studio is not completely loaded. Now you can see that Android. So you need to wait until all the processes have been started. Okay, now go to tools menu, Android, and open SDK manager. Okay, here you can choose which packages are required to install. Okay, so it would be better to have all the recent version of SDK tools or platform tools. Okay, so till now I have installed Android 7, 8 and API 27, 28 and 29. So you can also install Android API 30 as well. Okay, so these are the SDK platforms. You can install Android SDK tools as well. So you can install latest versions 26, 29, okay, and 30. So Intel x86 emulator accelerator as well. Okay, you need to install Android SDK tools package, Android SDK build tools, documentation for Android SDK, and Intel x86 emulator accelerator. Okay, so it will take around 15 to 20 minutes to install all these packages. Okay, so you can simply select these packages and click apply. So those packages will get automatically installed on your system. After installing all the required packages, you need to install Intel hardware accelerator execution manager to avoid errors during Android virtual device creation. So you will find that installer in extras folder. Here go to see users, your username, app data, local, Android SDK. So here you will find one folder called extras, Intel hardware accelerated execution manager. So inside this package you will have installer Intel HackSim Android. So you need to install this library. Okay, after installing this library, you must set the Android home environment variable to point to the Android SDK installation directory. So just like Java, you need to set up environment variables. So first one is Android home. So up to SDK, this is the Android home path. So you need to set the Android home path in environment variable. Open our system environment variables, and then here you can set Android home variable. So as I have already added Android home variable, So android underscore home, you need to set the SDK path to android home variable. Similarly, you can append few paths to the path variable. That is, first one is platform tools. So you need to append the platform tools to the path variable as well. So path variable, edit. Here you can see platform tools. Okay, and also you can append the tools folder path and tools bin path as well. So you need to append these three paths to the path variable. Okay, so after setting the paths to the path variable, click OK and then OK. Now let's verify whether Android SDK is successfully configured in your system or not. So open command prompt, type the command adb version. So Android debug bridge, adb nothing but Android debug bridge version 1.0.41. So if you see this version, you have successfully configured Android SDK in your system. Okay, thank you.